Welcome to another episode of Hugo Smokes. I'm your host Hugo, and today I'm going to be smoking and reviewing the Sommlier BDX Robusto by SOMM. This here is a 5x50 Robusto covered in a San Andres, Mexico wrapper leaf, which is a Maduro leaf, over Nicaraguan Jalapa Viso binder, over Honduran Broadleaf, Mexican San Andres, and Nicaraguan Jalapa Viso fillers. Quite an interesting blend of tobaccos here. And this cigar here is actually a new venture of Vlada Stojanov. I hope I said that right. Vlada is a wine sommelier from France, and BDX actually refers to a winemaking area of Bordeaux, France. So this guy took his hobby of cigar smoking to the next level and produced his own line of cigars. So pretty excited about that. Several guys in the community are in constant communication with him, and you know, apparently he's a down-to-earth dude. I haven't had any contact with him, but if my friends are cool with him, so am I. So let's go ahead and take a look at this nice Maduro color wrapper, which is a little bit rustic looking, some prominent veins, very apparent layering there from the rolling, decent enough cap. It almost feels like sandpaper. Nicely packed foot. Let's look at this nice and ornate cigar band that for some reason reminds me like of a wine bottle label, and the vineyards there, probably because of these grapes that are depicted. Very nice purple and yellow colors. Okay, and it just smells very earthy. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a straight cut for this bad boy. Tappity tap tap tap. This cigar has a wide open draw. Extremely earthy, damp flavors from the cold draw. Alright, let's go ahead and burn it up. Alright, this cigar is just producing clouds of smoke, but from the initial few puffs on the palate, just getting some bitterness, some earthiness. Let's go ahead and test out the retro. Alright, on the retro, the sting on the sinus, I would say is a 3 or 4 out of 10. It's just a little bit stinging on the sinus. There's some earthiness for sure on the retro. There's also a sweet note that I can't quite identify yet, but I'm sure it's going to develop. And although there's clouds of smoke, the smoke texture isn't really creamy or syrupy. It's a little bit arid, to be honest with you. So yeah, interesting startup to this SOMM. Let me go ahead and smoke this down past the first third, and I'll be back for my first update. Welcome back. I'm at the end of the first third of this SOMM. As you can see, the burn line is a little bit wavy, especially here, but I'm not complaining about it. It's actually holding up pretty good. The ash is nice and white. It fell a few minutes ago, and this bad boy produces lots of clouds of smoke still. However, the smoke texture continues to be semi-arid. As far as the notes on the palate, started off earthy, bitter. Somewhere in the middle of the first third, that sweet note that started from the light up became kind of like a cocoa slash chocolate note, which I think it attributes a little bit to the bitterness as well, but I can taste the sweetness to it. On the retrohale, still earthy. That sweet note is a secondary. However, here nearing the second third, a little bit of spice is picking up, actually. A little bit of pepper on the retro, some minerality as well. The sting on the retro increased a little bit. It's like about a 5 out of 10. So it's picking up. I'm not sure if it's going to be a pepper bomb by the end. Hopefully not. So pretty much it for this first third. Let me go ahead and smoke this down to the second third, and I'll be back for my next update. Welcome back. I'm at the end of the second third of this SOMM. As you can see, the ash just fell before this take, but the burn line is very nice and almost razor sharp in my opinion. You can kind of see the white ash there, and it's still producing lots of smoke. So the profile now turned very spicy. It's a prominent pepper note, still with some cocoa slash chocolate sweetness on the palate. The retrohale increased a little bit as well. It's about a 5 or 6 out of 10 now, so it's a little bit stinging on the sinus. On the retrohale itself, also getting that pepper note as the prominent, with the secondary nutty note that's a little bit sweet. It's pretty enjoyable, but the pepper is lingering on the tongue. It's stinging. So yeah, let's see where the last third takes us. Let me go ahead and smoke this down as far as I can, remove the band, and I'll be back for my final update and closing thoughts on this SOMM. Welcome back. I'm at the end of this SOMM Maduro. As you can see, the burn line is a little bit wonky now, and I was able to salvage the ash finally. You can see it's nice and white with some darker streaks, semi-flaky. But this bad boy is like still producing clouds of smoke. I feel like I'm like a locomotive or something. Lots of smoke in this bad boy. So, turn of events here. This cigar just fell out completely in the last third. Just getting like charred wood, very much smoky wood. Some pepper and anise, which is not very pronounced. There's no more sweetness in the profile. On the retrohale, also getting pepper and anise, charred wood as well. The smoke continues to be very arid. The tobacco smell is very pungent now. So if you smoke this, don't try to get close to your significant other because they're gonna kick you to the curb. The smoking time on this cigar has been 1 hour and 15 minutes. I could see that because it feels a little bit underpacked. The draw's been wide open from the beginning, the price point on this cigar is about 13 bucks. And it's available as a single, 5-pack, and a box of 10. So 60 something for the 5-pack and about 130 for the 10-count box. All right, so it started off okay, and it just fell after every section. So didn't perform great at all, in my opinion. Doesn't really fit my flavor profile. If you like really spicy, darker cigars, this will probably be good for your collection. For me, it's missing balance. There was that nutty note in the second third. I wish it would have lived throughout the last third, but it didn't. The sweetness cut completely in the middle of the cigar. So I'm gonna say that this cigar is worth picking up like a single or a double. And that's going to be today's rating. If you had this new cigar, let me know. I know that there's also a Connecticut, there is a Corojo, and a limited edition Dominican blend. So I'm going to try those next. Hopefully I can get my hands on them. And that's pretty much all I have for you today. As always, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.